Hey, what's good, y'all? I got a lot of really good positive feedback about land, yeah? So as the title suggests, this video is about land. Not too much about the microgreens or growing gardens. If you guys are interested in that, cruise down below. I know a lot of you guys have actually come over because of the land video. But if you guys are in fact interested in growing your own vegetables and your own food, look down below, man. I cover market gardening and I cover just some other gardening tips as well, especially if you go down deeper. If you're here for microgreens, there's a really good damn chance you want to talk about land as well, man. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. So I figure this channel to me has always been about solutions. Why don't we just expand it to land? So my goal is, if you guys are into this, is maybe we'll do like a video about land a week. I'll just keep talking to you guys about what it is that I know. And then eventually I can start bringing on new friends that we're finding. This actually might even just turn into its own channel, man. I keep on threatening that, I don't know. But eventually, you know, we'll start talking to other experts that are in different fields when it comes to land purchasing, such as septic, such as wells, such as whatever. So we'll see how that whole thing goes as time goes on. But anyway, before we get into anything, if you guys don't mind going ahead and hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and leaving a comment, that would be awesome. That actually goes a really long way in helping out this channel, a long way. YouTube is wild, y'all. I don't know, man. They wild. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to answer a few questions that a lot of you guys were asking me when it came to buying a piece of property. So let's just jump into it. Did I get water rights? Yes, there's water rights on my property, and that is one thing that you definitely want to look out for when it comes to buying your piece of property. Can you dig a well? You definitely want to be able to have that ability later on. However, most people, such as myself, in the beginning, I plan on probably just trucking in water, and then I catch a lot of water too, just from rainfall. So also look into if the property has mineral rights. You want to be able to obtain as much of that kind of information as you possibly can. Now here's the one thing: the seller may not know very much about the property in which they are selling. It's not everybody's like this, but some people are. A lot of people may have bought that property sight unseen, so now they're selling it to you. So that may mean that you need to dig a little bit further, such as calling like the county in which your property is located. The other couple things that you definitely want to make sure of is that you actually have roads. A lot of these roads, especially when you're going rural and you're buying just off-grid land, you know, a lot of them actually require a four-wheel drive. Like our access road in. And our property line kind of starts around this area here. So my property actually has pretty cool roads leading to and from the property, but they're not paved, therefore, you know, they're dirt roads. So that's just like one rain away from not being good anymore. Definitely know when you're going to be going up there as well. Like I was saying in my last video, you can literally finance $1,000, y'all. So if a piece of property is $1,000, you can pay payments on $1,000. You could probably even pay payments on less than that. Again, you are talking to people. It's up to them. Some of them are like, yo, I don't want to do that. But there's a lot of them that are willing to do it, especially if they feel as though they can put like an extra premium on it. So you want to make sure that you're aware of that. But you can also negotiate that out. It's really cool, guys. This is really flexible. This is just, you're talking to different people. Another thing too, ask the seller, how far away do they live from the property? I've actually contacted sellers that have lived in completely different states, and I've actually contacted sellers that have lived relatively close in the state in which you want to go, and actually the neighborhood. So to me, that will be a plus if you can find your seller that actually lived in the neighborhood that you're trying to buy, because they live right there. They're not going to try to lie to you at all, because if you buy that property, then I mean, you live right there. They'd have to hear you bitching and stuff. They ain't trying to do that. Even though you're moving out into a spot that's way out in the boonies, man, there's a really good chance that it's already been zoned. So you want to make sure that it's been zoned for the proper thing that you want. I go out there, I can hunt, I can play. For the first year, kind of just map out exactly how things are moving. That's kind of exciting, man, to go to a raw piece of property and kind of map out how the sun falls on the property, how the water actually, is it running where I think it's going to be running? But nevertheless, I want to take right about a full season before I commit to building any kind of structure that's going to be there permanently. I want to make sure that I know how the land is reacting to its climate. If you are looking to build immediately or Airbnb or do any of those types of things, all great ideas, but make sure that you're actually going to be doing it in a place that's going to be desirable. Don't do it in a place that's going to not necessarily be hospitable to your clientele. You know what I'm saying? Or to you. You know what I mean? If you're building a crib, you want to make sure that you're going to be safe. I don't want to get way too into it, man, but I bought in Arizona. And the original property that I was looking at was in Williams, Arizona. That property was filled with trees. There's all the trees, though. I mean, it's pretty dope. I don't know how to get supplies in and out of here. I mean, there was like sinkholes over there. A lot of freedom over that spot, man. A lot of freedom, but the vibration wasn't right. I was told that there was an actual easy road to get to my property. That wasn't correct. There was just a lot of things, other things that were involved in that property that I just wasn't okay with. So I was actually able to call back that seller and let him know, hey man, I'm not happy with this property. And because I went out to go see my property within the time frame allotted for me to get my money back without any questions, I was able to get my money back and then go and buy the piece of property that I bought now. That's another thing that you really want to make sure is if you're doing it sight unseen, you want to make sure that you can get your money back. You want to make sure that you have some type of security or some type of insurance that you're going to like the property, man. It might be easier just for me to show you guys where to look for what it is that you want. There's a couple sites, I kind of brought them up on the last one, landwatch.com. It's kind of like the database I think pretty much everybody uses out there. That's where I went for both of my properties. Then I got led to a different website of that seller, and that's, yeah. Before we go to Landwatch, there's a couple YouTube channels that you probably want to check out as well. So Landmodal was a good spot to go. Landio is awesome. They give you like a lot of detail. Landio is really dope, dude. I like Landio a lot. RuralVacantLand.com. That's another really good spot, and you can check him out on YouTube. All these places are YouTube, and then they also have their own websites. I'm gonna go to Landwatch. Yeah, I feel like it's like the easiest to navigate, and they'll just kind of point you to where you want to go because everybody just kind of shows up on Landwatch. All right, y'all. So here we are. This is Landwatch. It's very easy, guys. I mean, you can see right here, land for sale. You got farm and ranches, hunting land, home sites. There's all kinds of stuff going on here, man. But let's just jump into it. So here's like another thing too about this little filter, So you got the prices, and then you can go to your property types even, You can go to undeveloped land. You want to have like home site, recreational, hunting, commercial, your square footage, activities, available, under contract. I normally just take that off. Owner financing. So if you want it to finance, here's that. Hit your owner. I don't like how it makes me go back up. That's kind of lame. But owner financing, mineral rights. In a virtual tour. Mineral rights, I did notice that there's a dramatic reduction in the amount of properties available when you do check that. See, I mean, you can already see that. So there you go, guys. Don't make this harder than what it has to be, y'all. This is pretty simple, man. So here we are in Arizona. Let's see if they have anything for about $1,000. What they got? Let's add it. Dude, there's one. Look at 1.36 acres. Bowie, Arizona. Cochise County. Cochise is unincorporated too, yeah. $1,000, dude. Check this out. 1.36 acres. Got some brush here. What's cracking here? A little bit of trees. It's only $1,000, y'all. That's you right there. Yeah, the topical maps are everything. But see how these See how this road though? It gets real hairy, man. So yeah, that looks like it might be tough to get back off in there. But that's the type of stuff that you want to be looking out for, man. You know, you want to make sure that you're going to be prepared to deal with whatever it is. So that one might be a pretty rough one for you. Here's a better topical here. Damn, yeah, that looks like it might be rough to get in there. So this would definitely be one that I wouldn't mess with, but you know, this is kind of the stuff that you're going to be looking at. It's not bad, but you know, it's not probably your ideal tree forested, you know, acreage, you know. But I mean, there's still a lot you can do on stuff like this, you know. And this is only $5,000. I'm not trying to sell this cat's property. I'm just saying, you know, this is something that you dug. You can definitely jump on this. But anyhow, owner financing options, right? On $5,000, under $5,000, 38 payments. Now, this is one thing that you're going to find you need to keep in mind. This price right here, this $4,997, this price is basically the buy it now price. When you start getting into your options, into your financing options, you definitely want to start doing some math, y'all, before you jump, because this price right here is not going to be the same. So you got 38 payments at $221.21 a month with $594 down, right? So let's just do the quick math. Actually, we'll do it right here, so we can all see it. So you got 221.21 times 38 equals, there you go. And that's after putting, and then you go ahead and add another 594, right? So you're going to end up spending around about $8,000. So this dude is giving you right about, you know, if you don't finance it, that's the drawback with financing. But keep in mind too, man, this doesn't have to be this price. He's giving you just different options here. You can say, hey man, I want to pay this $5,000 off within a year. And this cat, Jason Rusk or whatever, might say, okay, you know. But anyway, there's that. And if you want the numbers or whatever, boom, there's his telephone number. You put in all your information. Here's all mine. I'll blur all this stuff out. And then you can leave a message and let them know, you know, a little bit more detail what it is that you want. But you can see right here, guys, look, check it out. Bad credit, no problems, no credit check. That is absolutely 100% true. It tells you the county, elevation, everything you guys, not everything, but a lot of information is right here. This is mostly coordinates and stuff like that. You know, it tells you about the title if it's clear. Okay, but this gives you a little bit more of the, just a little bit more details on what's popping on the property, right? So, homeowner association, there's none. Zoning, residential, so that's what I'm talking about right here. Zoning is residential, site built home. Also, a lot of these places too, y'all, you want to keep in mind that they don't all just allow you to camp there or to live there for a prolonged amount of time. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to be doing some research as to what exactly you can do and if it's going to fit for you. You know what I mean? A lot of times, y'all, where there'll be no road, you know. In fact, that was problem with my first property that I had purchased. I was told that there was actually a road there, but the topical map showed that there wasn't. When I got to the property, there in fact was a road, but it was just covered, and then it was actually it was really hard to define whether or not it was in somebody else's property or not. So, you know, but had I just looked at the property, had I just looked at the topical or just trusted the topical like what I was seeing, it would have I would have saved a lot of time. I hope this video helps you guys, just to show you just how simple this really is. Just put $5,000, y'all. Put in chambers. It's right here. Your tiny home retreat, 1 acre for only $79 a month. Here's another one. They're owner financing it for you. You know, look at all this stuff. These people want to sell their properties, guys. So, you know, another thing too, you really want to ask. That's odd looking shape. Is this showing you the road or something? Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So, like I said, man, it's pretty simple. You just call John and make it happen. If you stay here for a minute under that $5,000, you can quite possibly find what it is that you want. It probably won't be extremely big, you know. You probably won't get 1,000 acres or anything like that, but you'll probably get at least an acre with trees even, you know. You just have to look for it. See, that these types of roads right here, y'all, this is what, you know, you definitely want to have some kind of SUV minimum, man. You like this property, you've checked everything out, it works for you. You call up Andy and you're like, what kind of financing do you have? Andy's gonna let you know. You can let Andy know, hey man, I only got $100 to give you a month. And if Andy's cool with it, then you know, you'll be paying this 12 racks forever, but you know, you'll be paying a payment that you don't feel, and it's gonna make it a lot easier for you if you decided to go that route, you know. So this one's under contract anyway, y'all. I can see it. Wow, look at that. That's dope. This is like something that was right up my alley. I don't know what this is, some kind of waterway. But you want to be able to look at a lot of this kind of stuff, guys. And then, of course, be able to go into topical maps. I can't remember if this. Let me see. There we go. Vintage topo. Get out of here. So, like, you know, you want to be able to see, like, see where your contours are and how it's running and just about how much slope. Get back to satellite. You know. Anyway, y'all, hope this video helps. Remember, this is very achievable and well within your grasp. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.